Mozart thought very much of the technique of 10 fingers, you know, like the piano.
Yes.
And of course, look at what happens in the harp. We only use 4. This.
You don't use the little finger at all?
So this little finger is totally useless. If I do that, then my thumb is not working.
Right.
So then we have to do 3, 4, and 3, and then 3, and out.
I see. So
And there are moments like this. Look, the beginning of the first movement, for instance. Oh, I wish you would come with me.
Yes,
because that is, you see, that is such a difficult moment in the piece. And
you need a
nobody
singer.
ever does anything. I'm going to tell the conductors in future.
Would they sing, please?
That's very good. Michael, can I just ask a tiny little favor? This is a lovely tempo, but could it be just a whisker less? Because do you find it's a little rush?
You have to do it, Marissa.
I can't.
Yes, you can, because you're the one who's doing all the knitting there.
The knitting. You wait
So
until I get out of the studios.
Do you know what I actually
The second time he said it.
Well, let me lead you into the solo because I want to feel your tempo.
Yes.
And also the kind of gallant excitement of the tempo, so it doesn't seem slow, but seems
Shall we try that?
important.
But the boss is here. Jimmy is the boss about this, you know.
Not really.
You start.
He has the melody, and we follow the melody.
So you're playing 4 slurred.
We could discuss this business of playing the flute and relate it to acting, which I'm sure you can relate to. You know, if you want to do something funny, you try and get in a good mood inside yourself in order to tell the joke.
Yeah, is it a sort of make-believe that you
Yes,
you
when you're playing something happy, you have to be something in a benevolent mood, like to love the piece.
Yes.
And so therefore you don't think about the latest Irish joke right then.
Right.
You try to evoke a mood of beauty and of serenity almost.
Yeah.
But I know for me that as a kid growing up in the 20th century, I found it much easier to accept this sort of tonality at first. That seemed like my life was like this, the world was this.
Yeah, it still is.
To say that, to sit down and play a piece which is about a world that's this is very difficult. You have to kind of find it in yourself first, since it's not there in the outside world so much.
Oh, by the way, what happens if the conductor starts it off at a tempo you're not too fond of?
Oh, we just slow up.
You
when
just
we
slow
come
up?
in, yeah.
Oh, nothing.
No.
People don't notice
No.
it or anything like that. No.
Well, no, we try to get it the same, you know.
Yeah,
we try to agree on the tempo.
Yeah.
But you know, in the heat of the moment, sometimes it doesn't work. You know, for example, the first movement where it goes, ba, da, 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 da. Most conductors do it too quick because they get all enthusiastic, come out, everybody clapping and applauding. Wow, great concert! Hey, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
We're wow.
Excuse me. Down the
I think you still don't completely trust me that I'm not going to push you here.
Who does that?
Me.
Jimmy or me?
Well, I think in the second half of the bar, you think this guy's going to push me, but I'm not going
Really?
to.
Let me see, because I don't really feel it. I think it's in your subconscious.
Here we go.
I find it difficult to come to grips with early Mozart because of the courtly aspect, the innumerable cadences, innumerable rococo sort of twiddlings that go on. I find it sort of difficult.
But it's these utterly simple pieces. The more famous they are and the more simple they are, the more difficult they become. And so this is why for someone to have to sing La Donna Mobile is almost impossible.
Yes, yes.
The challenge of playing a Mozart concerto is that he does such beautiful things, but there's so many different ways that they could be played. See, Mozart writes here forte, but he doesn't mean, it just means sink into the
Sink
sound.
in. Why did we put sink in then? Sink in.
He knew someone like you would misinterpret it. How are we going to do this? We're going to sort of... I always think Wiedersehen's there.
But I like to play it out a bit
Little
more
fuller.
because it's such a beautiful...
But that's the thing, of course, with these Mozart pieces, that you have this manuscript which is full of such wonderful subtext and turns,
Right.
and very little actual instruction about what you have to do. You have to figure out what it is yourself.
Right. Well, we'll see what sounds best at the time.
But I want you two to play it so that it really is a model for us in terms of...
Thought we were.
You already done it by the time we do it.
You're a powerhouse, Marissa. What can I say?
The best thing with her is say nothing.
James and I have been playing together this concerto now for about 30 years. And I know, just by looking at Jimmy, most of the time through the strings, because and, you know, this is my eternal possession.
We should have telephones, you know. Are you all right, Mum? Yeah.
No, you know, this business of the strings is always between people, but we can always just do this. You know, just tell them that we can.
Hello, how
do you see how it feels now?
I still do it. I don't do it.
Michael, we're not going to change. We've been doing it like this for 30 years. We have to see a psychiatrist for a month before we can change it.
I love that.
You know,
Just think of me as a marriage counselor.
excuse me.
We'll play it. Listen to me. Instead of being like this, it's like making people come to you.
It is much better.
Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, really? It sounds beautiful.